AOPS Volume 1, The Basics, number 35. Mike and Joey have identical loaves of bread in Bologna. Mike made sandwiches with 5 slices of bread and had 4 slices of bread left and he ran out of meat. Joey made sandwiches with 4 slices of bologna and had 4 slices of meat left and he ran out of bread. How many slices of bread were there in each loaf? So when reading word problems, as cheesy as it may sound, as repeatedly as I've stated it, always never get intimidated by and utilize the information that's given to you, and suppose values that are necessary to solve the quantities for which we're trying to solve for. So, as always, since it mentions bread and bologna, it is good to assume the number of bread and bologna in each package. So bread, there's X, and for bologna, there's Y. So that is total in each package. Now let's read each sentence. So since it is stated that Mike and Joey have identical loaves of bread and bologna, we can safely assume that both of them are using the same quantity of bread and bologna for each sandwich. Mike made sandwiches with 5 slices of bologna and had 4 slices of bread left when he ran out of meat. So it tells you that he used up all his meat when he used 5 slices of bologna for each sandwich. So how are we supposed to express that algebraically? Well, since we have y total number of bologna, divide that by 5 must give a remainder of 0 because he used it all up. And when he used it all up, how much bread is being used for each 5 pieces of bologna used in each sandwich? Well, in this problem, you have to assume that for each sandwich, there are 2 slices of bread, and the inside is meat. So he uses 2 slices of bread for each sandwich, so meaning that he will consume 2 times y divided by 5, because for every 5 bologna sandwiches, he's using 2 pieces of bread. And he tells us that he ran out of meat, and he used it up all his meat with 5 slices in each sandwich. So that means that x minus this number must be equal to 4. Think about it. 2 times y divided by 5. What is that representing? Y divided by 5 is representing the number of slices of bologna used in each sandwich. And if we multiply that by 2, it's just telling us how much bread is being used per sandwich with 5 slices of meat inside. So this equation checks out. And what about the second equation that we need to solve for x and y? Well, it gives us another condition that Joey made sandwiches with 4 slices of bologna and had 4 slices of meat left when he ran out of bread. So how are we supposed to digest that? Well, we do it similarly for how we did it for Mike. Joey made sandwiches with 4 slices of bologna and had 4 slices of meat left when he ran out of bread. So he completely used up all his bread. Notice, he used up all his bread, so there are none left over, meaning that x divided by 2 must give a remainder of 0 because there's no bread left as given with the criteria of the question. And he said that he had 4 slices of meat left. So how much meat is being used for every 2 pieces of bread? Well, he's using 4 slices of meat per 2 slices of bread, represented by x divided by 2. So in total, he used up 2x number of bologna per sandwich. Therefore, the number of bologna, which is y, minus the number that he used, which is 2x. Remember, we are expressing the number of bologna that he used in terms of bread, which is x, must have a remainder of 4 because he had 4 slices of meat left when all is done. Well, now we have a system of equations. So we can just solve it like a system of equations through, let's see. I think the easiest way for doing this would be substitution. So let's simplify this. X minus 2y over 5 must be equal to 4. And negative 2x plus y is equal to 4. So from this, we can multiply 2 for this upper equation to get 2x minus 4y over 5 must be equal to 8. And negative 2x plus y must be equal to 4. Add the 2 equations together. So add equation 1 and equation 2 together. And we would get a total of 1y over 5 must be equal to 12, meaning that y must be equal to 60. So he used 6, so in total, there were 60 slices of bologna in each package. So with that, we can solve for x, and we can do that from the equation that x is equal to 4 plus 2y over 5, y being 60 times 2 is 120 divided by 5 will be 24, which is equal to 28. Meaning that there were 28 slices of bread in each package. The solution to our question.